Well, welcome back to Hollywood Live. I'm Jack Canfield. My next guest is Jewell Siebert. She's a success coach, and success is what we're talking about today. So welcome.
Thank you, Jack.
Very good. So tell us a little about yourself and a little about what you do.
So I live in Austin right now, and I'm a success coach. I mostly help stressed out, burned out moms who are feeling guilty. Maybe they have too much stuff to do, but they feel guilty because they want a fulfilling business and they want to spend time with their kids, and it's just a lot. And so I help them find, well, not really balance, because I don't believe in balance, but find a harmony and let them focus on where they are and help them get their to-do list done quicker so they can actually enjoy the fabulous life that they work so hard to build.
Say more about that for a minute, because I've heard a number of success coaches talk about it's not about balance, it's about harmony. What's the distinction you're making there?
Yeah, I think if you're balancing something, you want everything to be even. And I think that's impossible. Well, number one, it's really hard to maintain. If you do get it, it's not going to be long term. But what's the point? You know, there are some times in your life when your family is going to take priority, and there are some times when you got to push and make your job take priority, or, you know, everything's just a flux. We're not some statue where everything's perfect.
Right, very good. So how did you get into being a success coach? What was the defining moment that went from, I know you were in the military, you had a career there, and all of a sudden you're a success coach and a mom. Right?
Yeah, it was quite a flip. Yeah. I mean, I'm still in the reserves. Well, I joined the reserves after active duty, but the changing point for me was when I became a mom. And I mean, I was stressed out before then, stressed out, burned out, like the women that I help now. But when I became a mom, I realized this life isn't going to cut it for me anymore. I need to do something where I'm really happy and where I'm, you know, being a good example for my daughter, where I'm teaching her that you don't have to work like a dog in order to have a happy life, and you can take risks and do what you really want. And that's when I decided, but I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do at that point. So I just did a train the trainer program to be a better mom, and realized I love coaching people, and I love everything about it. I love teaching them how to be more successful. I love watching them transform and have happy lives, and that was it. Then I was hooked.
So you're working with moms primarily. What do you share with them? What kind of work are you doing?
Well, all the women I work with they're either entrepreneurs or career women. You know, they're working women. So I share with them steps, my process, to help them identify their goals, what they really want to do, and what's their priority, what's their breakthrough that's going to give them the biggest success. And that helps them say no to all the junk, I guess is the word, that drains their time and their energy away from their focus. And then we help them get there. That's how I help them.
So you help them get there. Say a little more about that. How do you do that?
Thank the past, bless the future, and stay in the present. So you let go of all those expectations you have, any mistakes you made, and then you stop worrying about the future and you just focus on where you are now. And where you are now is where you get the bang for the buck, because you know you can only focus on one thing at a time. So that would be the first thing we do, is let go of everything else, and then the next step is figure out who they are and what they want. And then we set their goals, and then we plan, and then we hold them accountable, but in a fun way, not like a mean way, I guess.
It's important to be held accountable.
Right.
Most people don't have it, especially people that are entrepreneurs. There's no one to report to.
Right.
Yeah, so you become that person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. Give me an example of a client you've worked with and what's happened for them.
One of my clients that I really love working with her, she has 3 children, she has a multi-level marketing business, and she has another job that she does as a therapist. And this woman has a lot going on. She has a lot of irons in the fire. She's trying to be a fantastic mom, a fantastic wife, a happy, fulfilled woman, and you can't get a break. And so I'm helping her figure out what her number one priority is, you know, what her biggest goal, the biggest money maker, the biggest time saver, and helping her get to that. And then there's a lot of mindset work that goes into it too, because like I said before, the mom guilt comes up. worrying about people judging you comes up. I mean, that's across the board. That's not just her, but people worry about other people judging them an awful lot and trying to be a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best books I ever read was called What You Think of Me Is None of My Business.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, important lesson. So let's coach yourself a little bit. So you're sitting here and you've got a younger you.
Yes.
You're in this place where you're burned out and so forth, and you're not where you are now. But where you are now, what would this wiser, older, more intelligent, not more intelligent, but more informed person? And the reason I ask you this, we have a lot of younger entrepreneurs watching this show, and by what you say to you, they'll get some lessons out of this. What would you tell yourself?
Yeah, well,
beginning of your career.
As I was just starting out, I would just say, be brave and go with your gut, because I think those are two of the things that hold you back. So many times we're afraid to take risks, and we're afraid, like we said, what other people think, and we're afraid, am I gonna get clients? Am I going to fail? Am I going to attract the right people? What if everyone laughs at me? What if I try this new thing and I fail and people laugh at me? And I would just say, so what? Be brave. You are going to fail. You're going to fail a million times, and that doesn't matter. What matters is what you do after you fail. How do you pick yourself back up? And I guess that would be my number one thing.
Very good. Well, if I lived in Austin, Texas, I would hire you, even though I'm not a mom, because you have such wonderful energy. I just want to be around it every week.
Well, thank you.
Get that input. I wish we had more time, but we don't. So tell me how people can get in touch with you if they would love to work with you, find out more about you as a coach.
Absolutely. They can go to my website. It's www.jewellsiebert, JEWELLSIEBERT.com. And I have an email link and everything on there.
Very good. Very good. Well, I wish you continued success.
Thank you.
You have what we call the it factor. You are so radiant and vibrant. I know you're going to help other people experience that in themselves. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Jack.
You're welcome. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this message.